Welcome back, and as I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail of this clip, I've got myself a new car. I mean, I didn't need a new car, I've already got a couple, but this one popped up. I was umming and ahhing over a couple of days, got in touch with the dude selling it, asked a few questions, got to a price I was happy with, and I thought, bugger it, why not? What's the worst that can happen, right? Here it is. It is a S14, Nissan Silvia S14, and it's a pure drift car. Not a street car at all. I'll get it out in the light in a minute so you guys can see it properly. We can talk about it. Maybe even take it around the block, not too far. But yeah, it is SR20 powered S14, tube front, tube rear. It's, yeah, far from a street car. It's had a few hits over its time, but it's dressed up nice now with an origin kit. Overall, it's a good looking car from a distance. Up close there's a few little issues, but that's to be expected for a car like this. But yeah, I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with it, how I'm gonna use it, when I'm gonna use it, or if I'm just gonna park it up for a little while. Because honestly, starting the business up, I don't really have that much time with that much spare money. So buying this is probably a little bit of a silly idea, but hey, sometimes you just gotta jump into a bit of a silly thing. Before I take it down the road, let's have a talk about what's done to it. Obviously SR20, right engine for the car, the VCT motor, it's been fully rebuilt with forged internals, all the normal stuff, light cams in it, intake side stock because that works perfectly fine, just a fuel system, pretty basic there, catch can off to the side. Turbo side, well hot side, gets a little bit more crazy, got a bloody big hypergear turbo, honestly way bigger than I would have put it on the setup. And then twin wastegates with some crazy pipe work there. See the wastegates going up to the boost controller there, a lot of braided line. Even got a little filter there on the oil feed, which is nice. Yeah, otherwise pretty simple. Intercooler right next to the radiator. AU thermos on there because they work bloody well. Oil bloody cooler down the front. Oil filter down there. So everything should stay pretty bloody cool. Otherwise, yeah, very simple setup. A little bit going on. Power FC controlling the whole thing, which honestly not my cuppa, but it's there, so I'm not going to change that. 35 airflow meter, they work well, better than the inline ones that seem to blow up. Well, the old Z32s that seem to just explode. What else do we got in the engine bay? That's about it. If you can see something you want me to talk about in here, let me know. We obviously tube front down to the rail, tube around there, around to the front. Nice basic, simple as. And I'm guessing there's a big old bash bar in the front here. I can kind of see it. I know that bit there hits the wheel. I need to trim that back. Simple as. Actually, let's talk suspension while we can see in there. Just normal 4-pot brakes, extended LCAs, caster arms with some clearance, BC coilovers, and I think it's got some JDI knuckles hiding away in there. So yeah, extra knuckles. So it should be a good drift car. I know the alignment's absolutely whack from driving it once. And yeah, there's one real bad thing I'll talk about when I start driving it. I'll get it out in the sun in a minute, so the paint's really given some sort of justice. But yeah, she's a beautiful jungle green. The paint's not 100% perfect, but hey, it's a drift car. Massive origin wide body. I'm guessing it's 75mm or thereabouts, because these wheels are huge. And they've got spacers on the inside, so 25mm spacers front and back. Full origin kit, even got the little bloody trims at the bottom all around. It's massive. The wheels 18x10 NIG 5 with looks like a 20mm spacer on the back, maybe 25. And the front 18x9 NIG 17 with looks like another 20mm spacer or thereabouts on the front. Can't be 100% till I get it off. Magic happens. This is it. This is the interior. So we've got 2 bride rep seats on some crank rails, pretty basic. Normal half cage, pretty simple back there. Got a couple of little holes and stuff I need to repair so smoke doesn't come in. Gnarly steering wheel. I assume it's probably fake, not 100%, need to pull it off and check the serial number on the back. Handbrake to dual calipers. Switchboard that's not labelled. They asked if I want to label, I go, tell me what they are, I'll test my memory. Gearbox is good. It's one of the selling features for me on the car. It is a Speedtech gear set and an RB26 box that's been cut and shut. And it drives alright. It just needs a little bit of tightening as it's a bit sloppy at the moment. But that's simple. I wouldn't mind putting the stock shifter back on just because I prefer it. But yeah, interior is very, very, very basic. Even the gauges don't do much. Pretty much just working off the Power FC gauge. You can see how tight the seats are to the door trims. Basically nearly holding the doors open. We'll go around to the boot now though. There is nothing in here. Open up these quick latches, because the boot latch must have been destroyed in one of the crashes years ago. Yeah, open. Show the tail lights and stuff when I'm outside properly, but yeah, there's nothing in here. Just I thought it was a 3-inch exhaust, but looking at that, it might go up from 3-inch to 4-inch, all over the show there, into some blasties at the back. Some basic tube work that should be built to bend. You can see where it's taken some hits in the past. That's normal enough for a car like this. Battery hiding under there with some very average looking wiring. Stock fuel tank. But yeah, it is very, very simple. Get this shut up. Let's take it for a drive down the road, get it in the sun, and get some nice glamour shots of it on the outside. Just making this a very quick one, showing the car. Again, I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for. I mean, logic says I should take it drifting, but I've also got to be careful with my bank account. So at the moment, I dare say it's just going to go live under a car cover or in some storage. I'm definitely not going to do any rash decisions with this. It's just going to sit around till I'm ready to use it. Okay, so this isn't going to be a very big drive, as this car is way too loud to be driving around the streets, especially in a state looking like this. Hear the clutch rattling away. But you ready for this rev? It is loud. I'm going to attempt to drive it down to a little spot into the sun. You guys probably can't hear a word I'm saying at the moment, but yeah, coming along for this journey. I was doing my best trying to keep the volume down of the exhaust, just trying not to rev it too much as I was driving around here. Just didn't want to piss all the neighbours off, so you can see me struggling away, trying not to stall, as I just didn't want to rev it too high. Idling along, it's not bad. It's as soon as I give it any gas, it is terrible. This car is just asking for trouble for the neighbours. So it's going to be a very quick run, and I'm going to be very quiet about it, as quiet as I can be anyway. Trying to lean forward so the camera can get me. See if we can turn these fans on. I think I just turned the fans on, otherwise I've turned something else on. See if we scrape here. this is it in all of its glory, out in the sun. But here, like my handbrake setup, we've just got an Oki cord, holding the hydraulic handbrake back there, holding one of the extra calipers on. But yeah, here we go. Here it is. I've just broken down, won't start on me. This brake is bloody shit house. Might have to run back to the house and grab something to join these together, as this breaker doesn't want to play ball. It might have just died. It's only 150 amps, it probably should be 200 for what it's doing. And yeah, we're stuck on the side of the road. Gonna have to work out what to do now, yay. Thank Christ I got it started. You probably see the look of disappointment in my face there, or worry, but let's get this bloody thing home and back in the garage. Oh, there's a little bit of a worry there. I didn't know if we were gonna, but yeah, as you can tell, the car is way too loud, especially to be playing around with silly stuff on the street like that, testing out. But yeah, we didn't go far, probably only a couple of 100 meters from home anyway, just to make sure everything felt alright, and yeah, nearly had a breakdown. But hey, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. If you guys have anything you want to see, if you want to see me do a track day, let me know down in the comments. Or if you want to see what else you want to see on the car, let me know. Take some ideas. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my car. I'll do whatever the hell I want. But you guys can tell me what you want. I might listen.